welcome back to Natural Gardening with Green Fingertips. Today I want to talk to you about the difference between soil and dirt. So I'm going to take you through what makes up soil, difference between soil and dirt, and ways you can make dirt into soil, into good growing medium to grow things in. So we're going to go all through that in a minute. I'm going to take you out into the garden. I'm going to show you the soil we've got in the garden, and I'm going to talk you through a little bit about it. So follow me. So outside, I'm going to turn you around so you can see my soil, and I can talk you through it a little bit. So the key components to soil, which we'll talk about a bit more in a second, are sand, silt, clay and organic matter. The clay will help the soil bind, will help the soil bind. The sand and the silt will help it crumble and break up. And the organic matter will help hold nutrients and moisture, give it a good living space, if you like, for insects or soil-borne organisms to live and thrive, creating nutrients for the plants. So having all these components in the soil, it makes the soil good. So if one of them's out of balance, it can make the more clay soil, more sandy soil. So we've got a good mixture here. It's quite a good soil. It's a little bit more sandy than clay, but it's a good soil. It's got good nutrients and good life in it. So up here I have mulched the top layer of this vegetable bed that I've got here, and I've mulched it with with second-hand compost. This is compost out of one of my vegetable boxes. So I was growing potatoes in them. So it's old vegetable compost. The nutritional level has kind of depleted a little bit, but not all of it, because potatoes didn't use all of the nutrients, but it's a really good mulch. So it'll break down over time, and it will help provide better soil structure for the soil that's in the raised bed. So it'll break down. It will also help provide homes for and add more worms into the soil and insects to help with the ecosystem in the raised bed. So it all do good over time. As a nice mulch, it help hold moisture as well. So all the veggies that I've got growing in here still will be happy, and they'll get a bit more nutrients out of this mulch and a bit of protection as well. So soil is made up of several different components, several different ingredients, if you like. So we've got sand, clay, silt and organic matter. Now, organic matter is kind of the key component in this makeup, but they all play a really important role. So having nearly equal parts of each ingredient is quite important, making the perfect soil. So to make dirt into soil, you need to have these crucial ingredients. Generally speaking, dirt will only be like silty clay. It'll be like a majority of one or two of the active ingredients, if you like. So this is why it's not an effective medium to grow in. Well, everything but germs, I suppose. But yeah, you can't effectively grow in a dirt. We wash it off generally. We don't grow in it. But to make it into a good soil, you need to have a good proportion of those ingredients in them. And that's the difference between soil and dirt, basically. The different particle sizes between the different ingredients as well make up a decent soil structure. So the soil structure is as important, if not more, than the nutrients that it can hold. The soil structure will help with drainage. It will help hold moisture, as well as prevent the soil becoming waterlogged. It will help hold nutrients. It helps support the soil-borne organisms, worms, insects and things like that live in the soil, provide all the nutrients and process the organic matter to release nutrients for the plants to grow. So the different particle sizes are also as important. So having all these different ingredients, they all play their own role. They all create a good, decent soil to grow in. So dirt, it contains no life really. It doesn't provide any nutrients for plants to thrive and grow in. So it's no good really for a garden. You can't make it into a flower bed or anything like that. You need to add something to it to make it into a decent growing medium, to decent soil. So this is where compost comes in. Now compost can come in many forms, or should I say organic matter comes in many forms. It's a really good soil conditioner or dirt conditioner. So it will add one of the main components to dirt to create a medium that is suitable. It will hold nutrients, it will hold moisture, it will provide a good environment for worms and insects and things to live in, to then process the organic matter, providing nutrients for the plants. In a minute I'll take you through to my compost in the greenhouse, back again, and I'll show you how the compost can improve dirt and how it can turn it into a decent growing medium. Right, so here I've got some nice compost. Now, the organic matter that you can use to turn dirt into soil doesn't have to be compost. It can be well-rotted manure, it can be leaf mulch or leaf mould when leaves fall from the trees and they start to compost on the floor, when they gather and it goes all lovely, crumbly. So you don't have to use compost. You can make compost yourself. You can buy it from the shops. You can buy well-rotted manure from the shops, from the garden centres. You can buy them from your farm shops. You can even, if you're in the countryside, you can even buy them from local farms or staple yards as well. So all of those forms of organic matter will be a very good way of conditioning more dirt, forms of soil, into decent growing mediums. So they're a really good way of doing it. Adding this into it will open up the structure, help hold nutrients and moisture. It will help the plants grow, help insects live in the soil as well. So it will create a little ecosystem within the soil. So that will help everything thrive, everything grow. The ecosystem will then start to process the organic matter, and then that releases nutrients for the plants to take in and grow stronger. So it all goes to supporting the garden, and it's so easy to do. It's so easy. So if you think you've got dirt rather than soil in your garden, it wouldn't go amiss if you added a bit of soil conditioner in the form of an organic matter product of some kind, so say well-rotted manure, compost, bought or made, or leaf mulch, anything like that in the garden. It will start to improve the soil. So you do that once a year, every year, and the more often you do it, or the more you do it, the better the soil's going to be. So the difference between soil and dirt is actually the ability to support life, really. Dirt is nothing more than really displaced soil, or soil that's not become a decent growing medium yet. So that's the difference, really. It's not a lot to it, and it's really easy to make dirt into soil. So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Put in the comments if you've got any questions, help you out if I can. And if you've got any suggestions on videos you want me to do, put them in the comments. If you want to see more of my videos, click the subscribe button. I post videos weekly, so you'll see them as soon as they come out, and you can keep up with me. In the description below, I've got more ways that you can find me on social media. But for now, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. See you later. La 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 la.